Hello, my name's Jupiter Hadley, and today we're doing another version of Jupi Plays All the Games, this time with the Ludum 38. The Ludum is a two-part jam and compo, so there's a competition that's stricter, 48 hours, you cannot work in teams, you can't use pre-made assets, and there's just a whole bunch of rules that restrict you. And there's also the jam, which is an extra day, you can work in teams, you can use pre-made assets, stuff like that. The theme for this Ludum is a small world. There are a lot of entries in this jam, so I'm going to be playing the entries that are put in my spreadsheet. There'll be a link in the description, so you can add your game to it, and I will play it. I'll be playing all of the entries on there, and I'll be writing about my favorites at some point. That'll be up on Game Jolt's Fireside, so keep a lookout. I'll be playing 10 per video for a minute each. Links to the individual games will be in the description, so you can check them out. All my info is also in the description, so you can check me out and follow me on Twitter and support me on Patreon if you can, and stuff like that. So check that out. Thank you very much for watching, liking, and commenting. Next. We're playing A Giant's Tale. Level select. Level 1. Play. What? Where? Where am I? How did I get here? What happened? I'm small, but I'm a giant. What? I need to get out of here now. I need to get home. Use Andy to move. Yep. The door's closed. I have to push that button. Wait, I can still control my size. Eat interactive objects. I have to be close to them. So you can't move when you're tall. So like you can't move. Let's go up here. Not quite. Right. Yay. So really I just have very bendy legs. You need to get up the platform. You can jump on ledges you are taller than, but you need to be close to jump. That's kind of cool. The door is locked. I have to grab that key. Awesome. Kind of want to be tall, but I can't move when I'm tall. Awesome. That's unlocked. Lots of keys in this world. Is there anything up there? Oh, I can jump up there, but there's nothing there. So that's right. Yep. I figured that would unlock that key instead of that one. Right, next. We're playing Mr. Antibody. It's your job to get rid of humans' major organs of a nasty bacterial infection. Alright. So you can alter difficulty. Brain. Beware of stray neurons in your way. They will disrupt your shots. Press the brain to begin. Ah, I am this guy. We have to get rid of these. Alright, neurons need to get out of my way. I don't seem to actually have like a health, so I can just bump right into these bacterias. I do have an energy though. Is that health? That might be health. Yeah, that energy is definitely a health. I lied. Now everything's going wrong. So the farther you pull your mouse away, though, the faster it moves. I think we might be able to do this with just a little bit of life left. Awesome. You destroyed all the harmful bacteria in the brain. Alright, so now we can go to the heart. We've got blood cells. I don't think we're supposed to get rid of the blood cells, but we are. a very interesting game. Next. We're playing Move On. I've been here for years, centuries, millennia. I can no longer remember. I can no longer tell. The days run together like spilled ink. I can see everything all at once. Not like a picture, but like a somethingness all around me, all the time. If I think, if I focus, I can pick it all apart. A word here, a thought there, but most of the time it fades and flows and flickers in and out like consciousness. I can go years without thought. It does not bother me. Time is fluid for me. I watch over it all with passive eyes, shifting through memories as if prospecting for gold. I have lived in the same place all this time. I do not want to leave, nor can I. It used to be a large, craggy rock jutting up into the sky, but the erosions of the ages have worn it away. For a while it was a small hill, bare but for one solitary tree on its crest, carpeted with lush, long grass that moved in the currents of the wind. I would watch as spring broke through the soil in yellows, pinks, and oranges, as summer scorched the leaves and autumn made them faint to the floor. I loved winter the most, though, a white blanket, an erasure of the world that allowed it to start fresh, newborn, raw, naked. The years passed with their clean white winters, birthing and aging and dying over and over, and I see it all. Eventually they built on me, over me, around me, through me. They felt something, an energy, a soul, a purpose. They felt me. They did not know it. They worshipped a something I cannot name nor understand, but it did not matter. They merely tried to put a name to what I was, what I am. And time again, they come back here, to me, to praise, to love, to fuck, to kill, to live. And I watch, and add each photograph of life to my own. Alright, move on. Alright, so now I've got a load of words. There's fire. Okay. You've never been this angry in your life. The rage is driving you forward, fueling you in a way you aren't entirely conscious of. You are walking away from your house, towards the church. You flick a lighter in your hand, a nervous tick. The flint scratches at your thumb. You walk through the graveyard, dimly lit and damp. You lean against the stone. Timothy Green, beloved son and father, friend to many, gone to God. 21st of June, 2097, 18th December, 2050. And light up a cigarette. Fuck them all. You take a harsh, long drag. Fuck them all. You finish and throw the cigarette into the bushes. It starts to drizzle. It's a very interesting game. I like that we got to pick those spitting words. We weren't quite sure what they were, and it led us to here. The graphics are really quite interesting, as are the words. What happens if I pick one of these? It does flick us through to a new page. Going through my head now, the candles. I like how they just sort of appear and make their way down the page. It's quite nice. Quite interesting. We're playing Nuclear Treehouse. Space to pick up. So that thing that I just picked up was a weapon. It was a non-moving alien-like thing. And they said that's a weapon because your main weapon isn't very good. You look like you're running. You don't look like you're having a good time. But now you're dead. Alright, kills remaining 7. So just exploring around, looking for some aliens to kill. That looks like a weapon too. Bam. Ooh, this one's faster. I like this one. I saw someone shooting us from over here, that's why I'm heading towards it. There's another weapon type as well. That one's slower. Nah. What's this? Is that a weapon? No. I want this one. I like the machine gun. Awesome. You're dead. 5. I wish we were able to run around this arena. I think the movement's just a touch slow. Wait, you're dead. But it's a pretty simple, well-made game. Next. We're playing Asteroid, Terrarium, a recipe in 22 steps. Take an asteroid at least 30-something on its axis. Any type will do. Solid rock, rock and ice, even ice balls, although each presents different problems. Attach a self-replicating excavator assembled to one end of the asteroid, and with it, hollow out your asteroid along its long axis. Leave the wall at least 2 meters, maybe, thick at all points, except for your entry hole. Assure the interior integrity of the wall by coating it with a dura of suitable strength. As your assembly hollows the interior, be aware that injection of the evacuated materials, best aimed towards a blank salvage point to collect the salvage fee, will represent your best chance to reposit your terrarium. If you want it in a different orbit, store access ejecti on the surface for later use. When the interior is hollowed out, leaving an empty cylinder at least 5 yards in diameter and 10 yards, long, but bigger is better. Your excavator assembly will return to the axis hole and there reconfigure itself into your terrarium's propulsion until, depending on the mass of your new world, you may want to install a mass driver, an antimatter, lightning push engine, or a something pusher plate. Beyond the forward end of the cylinder, on the bow of your new terrarium, attach a forward unit at the point of the long axis. Eventually, your terrarium will be spinning at a rotational rate calculated to create the effect of gravity on the inner surface of the inner cylinder, so that when you are inside, you will be pulled to the floor as in a gravity field. This is the G equivalent something. The forward unit will then be connected to the bow of the terrarium by a geared axle to allow the forward unit not to spin but instead to stay fixed. It will be nearly weightless in this bowsprit chamber, but may function of the terrarium will go better without the spinning, including docking, viewing, navigating, etc. It's possible to build an interior cylinder that spins freely inside an asteroid that does not spin, the so-called something wheel configuration. And this does give you both an interior and a G effect and a non-spinning exterior, but it is expensive and finicky and not recommended, though we have seen some good ones. So this is quite interesting. Basically, you're reading, alien speak to try to figure out how they built this world inside an asteroid. But some bits can't be translated or missing. So it's kind of interesting just learning about how this was done. It's a very simple game. There's not a whole lot of interaction, but that's okay. Next. We're playing the Bugs world. Levels. Let's start out with this one. So they're going to go and harvest green from planets to make more of themselves, it looks like. Let's get you over here. Let's get you also over here. And you over here. We'll leave that one there. I'm actually going to take a good portion of you and make you come here. And you guys can go here. Alright, so they've kind of populated there. Now they're probably going to steal the stuff that we're trying to get. You can go and collect this little bit. Where are you from back there? Okay. We're very quickly dying to them. Because they have a lot more of them than us, unfortunately. I'm not sure how that quite happened. You lost. Try harder next time. Uh-huh. Get lower. Alright, what if we go here? They seem to just have gone to the closest one first. And I went to a bit of a farther one. I like the look of this. Alright, we've got them all collecting from different areas. Get you over there, you over here, you over here as well. Man, they've got a lot of bugs. Grab you as well. Nope, I don't think we have enough. Not enough to keep making more and more and more. But they seem to. It looks like if you leave 2 people on like the big planet, they continue to reproduce, but I'm not quite sure. Next. We're playing Nucleu. So we kind of, control this dot. We can grab these. And also throw them off. Alright, this is quite pretty. Let's go get this one. This little wisp. And then maybe this little wisp. And then maybe this little wisp. Got a lot of wisps. Oh, here's another one. Ah! Okay. We threw our wisp at a ball and it turned gold. Wow, we like gave it to it. Alright. You can have wisp. Do you want another wisp? No, it didn't work. Okay. 1 wisp per ball. Okay, do you want one? I'll share my wisp. We have 4 left. Oh. And I have 3. Oh, we're gonna get this one. Come here. Give me your wisp. Need another one. Yeah, so bigger ones need more. I feel like we're just delivering beautiful wisps to all these places. We'll give you a wisp. And we'll give you a wisp. But then I'm all out. It's a very relaxing little game. I feel like I'm doing good things. Oh wait, there's some wisps and then I can give it to these guys. I'm like the distributor of the wisps. Bam, there you go. Get them done first. I don't have 2 or else I'd do the big one. That one didn't quite, there we go. Cool. Next. We're playing CORO. I need to kill these bugs. Alright. Lost a lot of health off the bat. I very much like these graphics. Wow, Kiwi is not happy. Kiwi's this bird squeaking in the background. I need to run from these bullets. Clearly I'm not a liked bug. Could be because I'm shooting everyone though, not gonna lie. Wow, way more bugs. These guys take 2 shots, so a lot of them are dying. But I'm taking a lot of shots, so... That one was like really following me. It's a pretty simple game. It's nicely made though. Next. We're playing Tilil. It says please read the instructions before playing, but I'm not quite sure what these instructions are. I don't know. Our kingdom was a righteous God until the day the inhabitants of this world instigated his wrath. Everything has been devoured by the sea. It was too late. Our last sanctuary is Tilil, a small island what remains of the world. We count on you, my lord. Let us build a new home and survive the best way possible until Arcanium satisfies his wrath. We are counting on you. Tutorial. Each building has a cost in production. Mouse over each one of them for more details. When choosing a desired building, drag the icon to a green square in the center part of the chosen map. This will make a year pass. If you choose do nothing, click end turn. As each turn passes, a random part of the land will be flooded. Each piece of land can be flooded twice. When you're in the first flood stage, you won't be able to build more things. In the second, if there's any construction, it will be destroyed. Dragging the structure icon will decrease the value of each flooded land by 1, being possible to recover them. The game will continue as long as at least one land remains non-flooded. Once every one of those flooded, the player loses to win. Okay, you reach 30. So, I'm guessing we probably need, like, I don't know, a lumber mill? Well, let's put people out first. I like how they almost look like they're in a bowl. And then we'll also put out a mine. And we'll unflood some of the land. Probably need a farm. Yeah, we probably need you as well. I don't like sort of being on the edge of the land. We need more workers. Why are there not a lot of workers? Generate 100 food will cost 50 workers. That's why we don't have a lot of workers. Additional cost will generate 100 workers. Okay, we need to recover this. Basically, structural elevate will cost a lot of wood and a lot of gold. So we're just spending a ton of money on keeping things up. We have a farm. We need a lumber mill, probably. Okay. So we're keeping everyone alive, which is good. There's a lot to manage, though. Oh, we don't have enough. What do we need? 500 wood. Don't have that much wood. 250 gold. That's not good. We don't need a mine. We need like a lumber yard, really. But some of the places that we want to stay alive isn't working. Because we need way more wood. Looks like the inevitable is happening. We're sinking. Next. We're playing Inter-Tidal Snail Breeder Deluxe. So we breed snails. I kind of want to zoom in almost on my snail. It's just moving around. Got a very big pointy shell. Oh. Now it's underwater. But it looks like we seem to have made more of us. Oh, the water moves so fast. I feel like we've washed away our snails. No idea what they are now. It seemed like when we ran into those pieces of grass, we got a new snail. Apparently there's like a lineage to these snails, and you can change their shell color based on their family tree. It all seems pretty cool, but I don't know where they've gone, unfortunately. These graphics are really wonderful. I very much like them. But my snails are gone. Next.